This is your Sotero the vlogger. Okay, and I am senior general coach in social media influencer. So I have to illustrate here so you are familiar with this, right? You're very, very familiar. I don't want to promote this product, and I'm going to also to promote this product. But this one is better for compared to the other one. So, it's the point like that. So, where's the... So, it's going to be aspartame. Okay? Is aspartame as a sugar or not? That's the first question. This is only good for diet people that will never drink. Okay? Fortified sucrose, sugars, sweeteners like that in soft drinks or colas. This is gonna be like, is aspartame sugar? Yes or no? Okay. So yes or no, our answer will be no. Okay. Second question. Is aspartame sweeter than the sucrose or the white sugar we have in our kitchen, or the table sugar, or the refined sugar, or the sugar cane, or refined sugar? Yes or no? It looks like difficult because most of the times we love to drink this, what they call this one, the traditional taste, the original taste of the cola before the diet arrives, something like that. Okay, so yes or no, it is sweeter or not? So it is more sweeter, yes. Then you will wonder why. It is more sweeter, but it's not a sugar. So how can you explain this? Okay, this is not a sugar, but it is more sweeter than the sucrose sugars. So how can we justify this? This is an example that not all sugars are, the basis are the sweetness. When can we say that is sugar or not? There are also substances that, even though they are not a sugar, okay, but taste like a sugar. That's the first answer. Okay. Second answer, due to the chemical formulation naturally. Okay. Get the point. So this aspartame is, coming from methyl esters of aspartic acid. Methyl esters of aspartic acid. Okay? So, wow, it's very difficult to tell what aspartic acid like this. Okay, and also we can say aspartame from methyl esters of phenylalanine. Or should we say phenylalanine and aspartic acid? Phenylalanine. Phenylalanine. So what can you say about this answer? It is non-sugar, or should we say NS meaning non-sugar, or non-sweeteners. It's just the same. Or NNS, non-nutritive sugar, or non-nutritive sweeteners, meaning no nutrients. See, no nutrients, but it will do as an amino acid inside your body for synthesizing proteins, hormones, like that. Meaning no direct nutrients, meaning it will help only to synthesize, okay, protein, melanin, and also this kind of catecholamines, okay, the stress hormones generated in our adrenal cortex or adrenal gland. Okay, so what we mean by non-nutritive, meaning not direct, meaning it is only a raw material and a precursor to produce that kind of nutrients. Okay, that's what we mean of non-nutritive, meaning to say not direct as a nutrient. Okay, because other substances are already nutrients by itself, the product already. You get the point? Something like that. Why? This is a precursor and raw material for a nutrient, okay, to produce a hormone, chemical messenger hormone, something like that. Or okay, because aspartic acid and phenylalanine are amino acids. Okay. Get the point? said aspartame comes from methyl esters of aspartic acid and phenylalanine. Phenylalanine and aspartic acid are amino acids. That's why obviously they are used to synthesize protein. Okay? Like that. That's why aspartame function also derived also from the functions of these two, because these are the sources. It's gonna be like that. Aspartame also synthesize protein, catecholamines, and also the melanin. Get the point? Do you research Sotero? Yes, based on my research. It's gonna be like that. Okay. Now, methyl esters. What do you understand by esters? So that is also the salt. Meaning the salt of aspartic acid. Right? Or the salt of phenylalanine. Because in organic chemistry, okay, esters are mainly the salt of a certain organic acid, equivalent to the inorganic chemistry. Okay? You get the point? So these are amino acids. So why it is sweet? Because you know, that is natural sweet. Okay? That is not manufactured and processed to become sweet. Okay, that's a natural sweet, something like that. But it is not a sugar, non-sugar. That is a food sweetener. Okay? This is the right term. Food sweetener, FS. This is a non-sugar, non-nutritive sugar, non-nutritive sweetener. Okay, but the general term is really a food sweetener. This aspartame, with being, you know, fortified in all diet, cola drinks, and also soda drinks. So in replacement to the addition of sugar, additive sugars, which are sucrose. Because the issues there are for the people who are controlling their diet, for the losing of weight, something like that. So these are for the people who are having the diet, okay? But take note, is this really true? That if you change the aspartame, for example, if you change the sucrose to aspartame, it will not trigger weight gain, and that's the thing we need to answer now. Okay? You get the point, something like that. So we have, so things like that, we have, you don't know the technicalities. So we have the ADI, average daily intake in any drugs, foods, beverages. So we have equivalent ADI, meaning to say that is average daily intake of that particular food, beverage, and drugs, supposedly. And then we have the Food and Drug Administration who controls that. Okay, globally, something like that. So how can we say for that? So specifically, our topic is aspartame, right? So we need to discuss about aspartame, of course. Now this is quantitative analysis already have. Okay, because we need to introduce you an amount. Okay, something like that. Okay, but before going that, as usual, because I love chemical formulas, I need to introduce first the chemical formula. Okay? Ganon. So the formula of aspartame, again, aspartame is not a sugar. Okay? It is a non-nutritive sugar and non-sugar, non-nutritive meaning comes from the nutrient. It will become nutritive because it will use as an adjective describing the sugar. You will never say non-nutrient sugar, so it's wrong grammar. So it will become non-nutritive sugar. Okay? And non-nutritive sweetener. So we will say NNS. Okay? And then the general term will be food sweetener. And it is 200 times sweeter than the sucrose of the refined sugar put in the soda drinks diet, okay, cola drinks, like that. Mainly for example, the Pepsi and the Coke. Okay, we should mention because this is general already over the world. Okay, this is not discriminating these brands. Okay, you get the point? So we have the aspartame formula. Okay, aspartame formula. We have 14 atoms of carbon, 18 atoms of hydrogen, 2 atoms of nitrogen, and 5 atoms of oxygen. Oh my god, sorry, I did not off the AC. Sorry guys, I did not off the AC. The quality of the audio after I will upload this video will be producing a sound. That's why I always off the AC, because the quality of the video after uploading in YouTube, there will be zzz, zzz, like that. Sorry guys, I forgot. Okay? Oh my gosh. But I heard it clearly. I don't have to repeat, right? Okay. Things like that. So, the formula of aspartame is 14 atoms of carbon, 18 atoms of hydrogen, 2 atoms of nitrogen, 5 atoms of oxygen. Aspartame is non-sugar. Okay, non-nutritive sugar. This is a food sweetener, 200 times sweeter than the sucrose or the refined white sugar. Okay, based on my research. Okay, something like that. Okay, and this is the metal esters of phenylalanine, metal esters of aspartic acid. Okay, so in that alone, amino acids. That's why the function of aspartame is to synthesize protein, melanin, and also this catecholamine, something like catecholamine are the stress hormones, such as the adrenaline and the norepinephrine, something like that. Okay, I don't have to discuss what's the function because it will take longer time for that, right? So we'll focus to aspartame. Okay, like that. So the ADI, average daily intake, something like that. Okay, so this is for everybody, right? If you're concerned with your diet and your healthy lifestyle like that, and your health will be your priority, then you're also focusing on the quantitative dosage intake of particular products of food, drugs, and beverages, right? All types of beverages that we take in, all types of liquids that we take in are called beverages. Okay, you get the point? So ganon. So ADI, regulated by Food and Drug Administration or FDA. They will be the one to approve and put patent that signals this to be released globally in the market. Okay, so they will check. Okay, after meeting the quality standard requirements, ganon, customer satisfaction requirements, environmental standards like that, safety standards and everything. You will check based in their criteria. And we don't know their criteria list, but I'm talking only for general. Okay? You get the point? So, it's gonna be, you have to have 50 milligrams per kilogram. Okay? So, as we can say in our, elementary conversion, we say 1 kilogram is equals to 2.2 pounds. If you can remember this one in our, elementary education. And you have 454 grams is equals to 1 pound, right? We can use this conversion to determine how much, what is the capacity in terms of volume. Normally volume, because this is liquid, it's not a mass, this is not solid. So we need to check the milliliters and the cubic centimeters. Now you need to take the relationship between milliliters and cubic centimeters. What this relationship all about? It's very, very basic. 1 cubic centimeter is just equal to 1 milliliter. Okay. 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1,000 cubic centimeter. So therefore, we conclude that 1 gram per cubic centimeter or gram cc is just equal to 1 gram per ml. You get the point? So they are directly equal with each other. So there's no issue. Okay. Now, since we are relating this to mass, okay, over the mass, so it talks about the solubility. Something like, so it has to do something with the density, right? If talking about the capacity, the volumetric capacity, something like in terms of volume. So we are taking now the basic knowledge of density is equal to mass over volume. Okay? Again, elementary physics. Okay? You get the point. So we have 50 milligram per kilogram of the body's weight. Now, take algebra. How can you interpret this? Algebra. We are taught by our algebra expressions translated to sign. Right? You can remember, for example, the discount of the following blah 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 so and so is 20% of the original price. So of in math is equal to multiplication times. If you still remember this in interest rate problems. Okay, in algebra. Okay, if you still can remember that one. Percent, problem solving. Of means times, equal means is. Okay, was meaning it's happening in the past also is equals to is equals meaning in age problem. Lead to is 20 younger from blah blah blah. How old he was like that. The was there is simply equal in translation in algebraic expression. Okay, was is like that. If there's so many people, it's where is equals to equals also. So English converted with algebraic expression. Of also will be multiplied and we will say as per meaning division, as per division, as per blah blah blah, that is division because the per means over numerator over denominator, or in short ratio. If we mean about ratio, there's numerator and there is also denominator, meaning ratio and proportion. Something like that. So this is basic algebra in engineering, right? So this is taught in our algebra, also in our first semester in first year college, and also in the elementary and high school. Magbalik-balik na siya. Okay, you get the point. So ana siya. So ang average daily intake of aspartame found in diet Pepsi and diet Coke, okay, in which I am showing it to you now. You're familiar with this, right? Okay, so this is for diet people because I will never drink the cola and the Pepsi original. I will drink this all the time. Not all the time. Okay, let me say in a week, 2 times, sometimes nothing also in a week. As long as I will drink that talaga. Kung mag-crave ako ng soft drinks, I'll go to the diet. But not all the time. I need to justify my intake because, I drink that, right? So I'm concerned for my health. So this is on the spot. Okay, so I have to calculate. Okay, so 50 milligrams per kilogram of aspartame of the body's weight. I told you a while ago, of is x or times. So I will convert this to times. So 50 milligrams per kilogram times the body's weight. So this is now become the weight times my weight, which is 64 kilograms. I converted the statements in English to algebraic expressions and variables so that we can compute quantitatively the amount of the average daily intake in terms of figure, number, or digit. Okay, like that. So because figure, digit, and number is just the same. The number 1 to 9, excluding 0 because 0 is not a number. Okay. Like that. So, I will multiply 50 milligrams over kilogram times 64 kilogram. Cancel the kilogram in math. What will left is 50 times 64. Calculator, please. Like that. I need to ensure. Nakakaloka. Right? So, para makomplete natin. Okay. Because I found another information in which I need to justify. Because, if we are triggered, since we are, not to be boastful, not to be arrogant. If we are really engineer, we are also concerned with the mathematical figure. It will alert us in our eyes immediately. Really? Like that? Okay, we need to justify. Okay? Ganon. So, mga palangga, charots. Okay. It's here, right? Oh, it's not here. My calculator. Where's my calculator? So I can do it, mathematically by hand. Okay. Wait for our mga palangga. I cannot estimate. Charot. How can I estimate that? Okay. I think zero na siya multiply because it is elementary math. Okay, but I need to, charot. I need to work quick. Okay. Where's that? Nakakaloka. Okay. It's late in the office. Nakakaloka. Okay. So I will have to multiply it directly. Somewhere like this. Okay. It's not here. I don't use the calculator anymore because I don't have, my plans are not on calculations. That's why I forgot for a while the bringing of the calculator. Nakakaloka. It's here! Perfect! Okay. So, you get the points. I have lack of choline. My memory was lost. If you have deficiency in the choline hormone, acetylcholine hormone, you are forgetful. Because I'm not developing dementia. Okay, dementia also is a total loss of your memory. I'm not happy in the total loss of memory, or else I cannot do the vlog. Okay, if I have the total loss memory. So this is not dementia. This is not, nor this is not Alzheimer's disease, but this is only lack of acetylcholine for the regulation of the memory. Okay, ganon. Memory, mood, and intelligence. Okay, so we need to eat eggs 4 times a day. Eggs, drink milk every day. Dili-dili ala too. Liver, okay, and also peanuts. And also the egg yolk of the, yes, eggs like that, okay? So that is rich in acetylcholine or choline nutrients. Okay, that's the point. So like that. So 50 times 64 is equal to 3,200. Okay, so 3,200 milligram. So this is still the mass of aspartame needed in your average daily intake. Since we are concentrating with the liquid, this is not a mass, this is not a solid. So we have to compute the density. Density is equals to mass over volume. Then volume is equals to mass over density. Now what is your density for aspartame? This is not your problem. Just assume the general density at standard temperature. Okay? Because to make it safe. Okay? Because there's a lot of temperature you will try to refer. But normally the temperature runs to 20 to 25 degrees Celsius because normally you are in the room. You're like that. Assuming that that is the standard temperature only. Ha? Okay? Your basis. It's gonna be like that in science. Always in the standard range. 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Or ambient temperature or room temperature. So this is just the same, standard temperature. Okay? Kaya 25 degrees Celsius, if you will say SPP, standard temperature and pressure. Ganon. Okay, so we have volume is equals to 3,200 milligram. Nakakalimutan. Divided by, so based on my research, I just memorized because it's very easy to memorize, only one figure. So 1.3 gram per cubic centimeter is just equal to 1.3 gram per ml. So I will substitute that here, 1.3 gram per ml. Now, there's incompatibility of the unit. See? I have the grams and I have the milligrams. So I convert this gram to milli first. So 1,000 okay, gram is equals to 1 milli because 1 milli is times 10 to the negative 110 to the 3, right? Milligrams. Micro is 10 to the negative 6, but milli is negative 3. So that's why 3 zeros here. So 3 0 is wrong. Chararad. Okay, ganon. So 1 milligram, 1,000 gram. Cancel the gram, cancel the milligrams. What left is the milliliter. Let's check. Excited po. Because you know, I drink this also once a week. Ganon. Okay? I'm afraid. Charot! Okay, so 1.3 divided by 1,000. 1.3 divided by 1,000 is equals to 1.3 times 10 to the negative 3 exponential. Exponential kayo eh. 1.3 times 10 to the negative 3. And then 3,200. 3,200 divided by 1.3 times 10 to the negative 3. Pila mga palangga kong hitad. 3,200 divided by 1.3 exponential negative 3 is equals to. Okay, pila ang imong kinahanglanon. Charot lang. Okay. So 3,200 milligrams. Kaloka. Diba? Okay. So 50. Okay. Kasi na to? 50 times 64. It is 3,200. So 3,000, so chuba-chuchu. Okay. Okay, ganun siya. So 1.3 divided by 1,000. Okay. 1.3 divided by 1,000. So that is 1.3 times 10 to the negative 3, right? Here, the denominator. Okay? Like this. 1.3 times 10 to the negative 3. And then 3,200 milligrams divided by 1.3 times 10 to the negative 3. Kaloka. So, makancel na siya yung milligrams, right? Ang mabili mo is milliliter. Okay. So, 3,200 divided by 1.3 exponent to the negative 3 is equals to, okay? Ano siya? Pila man siya, guys. Okay. So, it's gonna be 1 volume will be equals to, okay? Wait for a while, guys. Nagkupot ko sa calculator, nagkupot ko sa microphone lisod man, okay? 3,200 exponent to the 1, 3 exponent negative 3 is equals to 0.2 daw. Again, 3,200 divided by 1.3. Gamaya sa good. Exponent, not realistic. Diba? 3,200 divided by 1.3 exponential. Exponential. Dra, exponential man yun. Okay. This is gonna be, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2.4 times 10 to the positive 5. No, ipanungan ito. 5 milliliter. Okay. Now, how much is that in liters? Para mabawa natin sa liters. 1,000 divided by 1,000. Okay. 2.4 exponent to the 5 divided by 1,000. So 2,400 liters. Okay? So 2,400 liters ang requirement. Nakadagan mo na ni. Sure? 2,400 liter to. Nakadagan din. Imposible. Okay? This is impossible. Okay? This is impossible really. 2,400 liters. Let's check our calculations mga palangga kung hitad. O diba? May ganun. Okay, so like this, 50 milligrams per kilogram, okay, over of 64 kilogram, okay, times pa na siya, guys, okay, muna akong i-multiply diretso na para mapasok siya sa banga, okay, kung di mo siya i-point, di mo siya pwede, okay, you get the point, hindi mo siya para sa unit, milligram ba siya sa taas, okay, you get the point, so muna siya competition, so kung 2,400 sa kabuuan, charot! Okay, divided by 30 sa kabuuan. No. Bighanagod. Okay, it's impossible. So, like this. So, I will research again now on the spot because I think this is not correct. Review, when memorization fails. Okay, this time. Okay, because of lack of acetylcholine. Charot lang. Okay? Asan mo ito kung research na kung balik, ha? Okay? Naman ko yung source dari area kung isource sa papel. Charot! See you later. I need to research first the intake to make it sure. Because I don't want to feed this information. Okay? Because it's not good. Right? So I may be misleading in my vlog if that is the case. Charot! Diba? ADI of, I will research something for the source I have here now. ADI of, aspartame. My calculation is correct, but only the figure. Okay? Get the point, mga palangga kung hitad. Okay, it's gonna be like that. So I forgot to memorize that there is still per day. Like this. Okay. Now I know na talaga mga palangga kung hitad. It's gonna be like that. 50 milligram per kilogram per day pa dahil siya dari-ari. So, ganon. So, let's recalculate. Okay, ang per day niya, it's in the denominator. So, it will change. Okay? Wala ko matanaw ang per day, but all the figures are correct. Except for the per day. Okay, so magabay ito siya kayo. Equal mo ano naman ito, divide mo mga pagkuhan, something like that. Okay? So, 50 milligram per kilogram, and then this is per day. Ganon. So, ganon siya. So, times 64 kilogram. Ganon. So, cancel. Ganon. So, ano na siya? So, pila na siya? 50 times 64 like that is equals to 3,200 milligrams. Okay? So, 3,200 milligrams per day. Ganon. Okay, per man siya, 2,200 milligrams per day. Right? So, ganang may tabo ini gayon na. Okay. So, if that is the case, kung nakay 3,200 milligrams per day, i-convert niyo siya of liters or milliliters. So, mag-review ka sa mga perfect test case, para mag-review ka sa magsugod ka sa 10 to the negative 1, 10 to the negative 2, 10 to the negative 3, 10 to the negative, this is DC, centi, milli, okay, micro, okay, nano, okay, then pico, okay, then 15 is femto, and then 10 to the negative 18 is atto, right? So it's gonna be DC, centi, milli, micro, nano, and then nano, pico, and then this is pico, femto, and this is atto. Okay, so the last, because I remembered all the negative properties will end in O in the last. It's gonna be nano, pico, femto, atto. And the other one also positive. Giga, okay? Giga, tera, pita, ganon, or exa ang last niya. So sa 10 to the 18, exa, 10 to the 15, peta, 10 to the 12, tera, 10 to the 9, giga. Okay, so muna siya mga prefixes sa math. So you should memorize that also because it will be coming up in the board examination, things like that. Okay, atto, calculate 3.6 attograms into milligrams. So that is 10 to the negative 18. Okay, so things like this. So we have the milli here, so we have the negative 3 here, right? Okay, so times 1 milligram. So 10 to negative 3 gram. Okay. Akong gibalik sa akong calculation because I'm pretty sure that maybe there's something reverse. Because I'm telling you, dili ko smart sa math. Okay? You get the point. So 3,200 times 1 exponent to the negative 3 is equals to 3.2. Cancel ang milligram. Then we have 3.2 gram. Okay? 3.2 gram per day. It looks like now, this is now realistic. Okay? See things like this. See an evidence, another degree in math. It was reversed because I was confused. There's no per day in my calculation on the first. Okay? Mugin na siya kung sa board exam guys. Pas kayo kumusolve. Hindi ko buang Diba? Overconfident. Ganun. Really. Okay, so, masipsayap na ako kayo, malibog na ko sa akong mga erasures. Ganun. Okay? So, 3.2 grams. Okay? So, sako na lang my fury. Tanaw pa. Nga, Jud. Okay? Nagani dagan kay fury mga 70 yang from subing 30 ra ana ba dito ko kay puntos nakakaloka 100 items ng 70 ang mga theory nya 30 ra ang mga problem solving hindi bisa kay lisod tanan klaro na kayo pasar let's say ang lisod lang kayo mga kuan ang kabuok 15 ang the rest will be solvable. Tasok sa banga. Di ba? Compute. Okay, 3.2 grams na siya guys. Uy! Tiguang na dyan si Junjun na kuan dyan na bali. Ako dyan i-review ang mga perfect test, pero maklaro dyan na ako. Di ba ganon? Okay. So, klaro sa kisayo. Okay. Common sense ba yan? Di man ka 2,400 liters. Nakakaloka. 80 liters per day. Oh my gosh! Bubuan ta sa sa soft drinks, sa diet Pepsi everything. Ay, nakakaloka. Sobra pa sa how many gallons? 1 gallon is equals to 3.785 liters. So divided by pa sa 3.785. Mga gana, ay kadagang soft drinks. My gosh, nakakalo. Okay, so it's gonna be 3.2. This is realistic. 3.2 grams per day. Now convert this to milliliters. Since you have the density of aspartame 1.3 grams per cubic centimeter, which is equal to also to 1.3 grams per ml at standard temperature at 25 degrees Celsius. Use this in the computation of your mass. Density is equal to mass over volume. So volume is equal to mass over density because that is liquid. The intake is liquid. Obviously, we need to compute by volume. So mass 3.2, okay, over the density is 1.3, so grams per ml. Cancel. 3.2 divided by 1.3. So I already think na yun is siya. Charot. So 3.2 divided by, essentially, 1.3 is equals to, diba? Ano dyan na siya guys? So 3.2 divided by 1.3. So it's gonna be 2.46 lang. Realistic na siya. Gamay na dyan kayong level na kinahalanon. Okay? Ganun lang. 2.46, ano lang siya? 2.46 ml. So gagamay na no? Diba tayo? Good substance, magunin siya ang aspartame. 2.46 ml lang siya. Uy, maura o kuan. So, that's ba? 2.46 ml per day. Wow. So, gamay na siya, no? Wakaabot o kuan. Nagamay na kung ikinanglanon. O, diba, mas healthy siya. Okay? Because gamay na mas require. O, diba? That's per day. So, times 30 days in 1 month. So, kung zika, ano, diba mo inom mo diet Pepsi. So, ano lang siya, ang kinanglanon mo, 74 milliliters. So, pasok lang ako sa banga. Uy, nakakaluka. Sure ka? Oo, okay. 20 ml man siya. Nakakaluka. O, diba? Anak siya mga palangga kong hitad. So, are you sure with the unit? First, the inconsistency of the unit review, ha? Okay? Basig, nasipkat ko sa akong mga kilogram baron, ganon, diba? In fairness. Okay? So, sure ko, miligram yun siya guys. Okay? Ilang dapat mga palangga akong hitad. Ang alaman po itong, hindi na ito in 1 milligram, mili man dyan na siya. Diba? Okay. So, 10 exponent negative 3 times 50. O, anak. Diba? Mo, Jude, sabihin mo, anak. Charot. Charot lang. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Times, ano siya? 50 o. Diba? Okay. So, 1.001. Atong i-delete na ito exponent. Okay, para sure din pasok sa banga. Ganon. Okay. So, diba? Maplaga akong hitag. So, 3,200 is equals to 0.32 divided by 1.30 rate. So, ganon. Ma-audit siya, guys. Kaya anak mo na siya guys, diba? I-review ito lang ha, 50 milligrams over kilogram. Yan. Times, sa ako ano mo nga system akong gibasihan. Kaya 64 kilogram ako. Diba? Di mo sa uban, ako ano mo reference. Okay, 50 times 64. So, muna siya 3,200 milligrams. O, diba? Anak ko, 3,200 milligrams. Okay. Ako siya i-convert of grams because the density akong gikuha is in terms of gram. Okay? You get the point? Anak siya magpalaga akong hitad. Ganon. So, this is 1 milligram. Okay? It equals to 1 times 10 to the negative 3 because that is milli, right? Ang micro, negative 6 baya. Okay? So, negative 3, hindi siya sure. 100% charot. Charot lang. Okay. So, ano nila? So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3, 2. So, natin 0.001. Ato na yung mano-mano. Para ma-sureable jud. Anak. Okay. Kaya sa negative ang exponent, sa kuan man ka mo padung. Sa right ka mo padung. I-move. Di ba? Math. Sa elementary. Okay. Muna siya may tabo. Lagi siya, 0.32. O, diba? So, naman kayo 0.32. 0.32. Imo rin iibutan 0.32, yun naman kay 1.3 grams per ml. O, mo na siya, makansel na yun. 0.32 divided by 1.3 na yun. Okay, diba? So, divided by 1.3, ganon. O, mo na siya may tabo. So, 0.246, ano siya? Okay, makansel naman na siya sa 0.246 milliliter. Ganon. Okay? So, wala din na siya. Sure na ginakong computation. Kaya mo ginakong kulit na malalis. Okay? So, either ang Google ang sayo. Okay? Because you know, sometimes Google are mistake. Diba? Sabi ko kami sa inyo kanina, Tagalog talaga ha. In fairness, di ba yung yung chuluin? The formula of chuluin is C7H8 lang, pero ang nilagay sa Google search is C7H18, which is wrong. Okay? So, I don't correct it because, you know, it's not good to correct it because who am I to correct? You get the point. So, maybe it's also wrong. Because this is, I think this is 4 times I checked there are wrong information in the Google search in terms of chemical formula. 2 times na. Before it's magnesium dioxide, and then now also is toluene. Maybe this one also, this ADI is wrong also information by the Google. Because, you know, as I review mathematical, mo dyan siya mugawas. Okay? You get the point? And then, you know that the Pepsi 1 can is, ano na gudaan siya guys? 320 ml. Okay? So, how come, nagamay na dyan kayong yung makuha sa kuwan? Di ba? Nakakalo ka namin ganun. Oh, di ba? Ano siya guys? Magpapagitad. Okay. So, realistic ang giving niya sa sa Google. So, show wrong information. Okay, hindi naman siya guys. Average daily intake. So, daily good siya guys. Okay? So, daily. So, daily. Meaning to say, either more than 1 can. Alangan mo palit ka katumara sa can. Di ba? Mag-save yun ang Google search. Okay? Do not believe in Google search all the time, ha? Because sometimes are also feeding wrong information. Okay, so that's why my sources also are coming from the, you know, Wikipedia, coming from the YouTube, coming from the different independent, you know, references, mga doctors, mga ganon, mga schools, mga ganon, Michigan, mga ganon, mga Harvard, okay, Harvard University Public School, okay, because I know also, there's also mistake in the Google search. Okay, so ganon. So, ayun mo kumpiyansa ha. O sa'yo mo, Google ra tao sahay, and then sa'yo. Just like this, ay Google to sa'yo siya. Okay? You get the point. So, kailangan ito yung i-back up ang mga different mga references. Chart. And this is also 5 times, another also 5 times error on the Google search. I told you. Okay? This is the 5 times, ha? As a chemical engineer, I always review, it's wrong really. Okay? Kung ano sa aking expertise, ha? Because I am loving with chemical reactions. But for others, I cannot correct. Right? So, yesterday, I researched also regarding the formula of, you know, aspartame and aspargine and glutamine. Okay? When I search first for the Google, okay, it's wrong. When I search for Wikipedia, doesn't match. When I search for the YouTube, the YouTuber, the doctor doing his blog, so it's the same with mine, my brain cells. So I really confirm that the Google search is wrong. Okay, because 3 of us are correct. Wikipedia, the doctor in YouTube, and me. Okay, but the only difference is the Google search. We need to say 3:1. Okay, sa sources. Now, ang Google search. Yaha sa ay aspargine. Okay? Tuluan ka mo na makakasya. Okay, aspargine is an amino acid. And there are 4 carbon atoms. It says in the Google search, there are 2 amides will be attached there in the carbon 3 and carbon 4. Meaning to say in the carbonyl group 3 and 4. Now, it is not like that because there is only 1 amide will be attached based on my stock knowledge in my study. Okay? I wonder, why 2? Like that. So, ana ang sa Google ay 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, ana na yun. So, labit kay uroton ay, in fairness, nakakaloka. Diba? So, like that, CO, ganon. Diba? Then, NH2, ganon. Naana sa siya CO sa dali, NH2 sa dayon. Naana, duha ka buok. Diba? Nakakaloka. So, ana rin, double bond oxygen. Ana siya. Okay? Na akong gihap ang carbon. Kaya maong dyan ko, mag-ihap man dyan ko carbon. Mga akong basis pero yung carbon. Okay? Lihap na ako ang carbon. Ang carbon sakto. Okay? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, ang oxygen, masayok. Kaya ano? 1, 2, 3. 3 man ang oxygen dito sa Google. Okay? Oxygen 3 niya. Yung nitrogen dito sa Google, duha. Okay, yung hydrogen, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ra siya, and then 7 here, ganon. Diba? C4, H7, N2O3 ang iyaha sa Google. Diba man kabuk iyaha. Okay, now ang saktuan na guys, asparagine guys, usara dyan na siya kaamay i-attach grara guys. Okay, you get the point? So mahimo na siya, ana siya guys, O. So, CH, ana ra siya. Okay? So, ang imong carbon na mo, gipon 4, ang imong hydrogen na mo, adjust dayon, char. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yung imong nitrogen, 1, ana ra, nitrogen 1, imong oxygen, 1, 2, o oxygen 2. Mora na siya, guys. Mora na siya imong asparagine, C4H7NO2. Okay, well, dili nitrogen 2 sayop to siya guys ha. Anya. Not enough pa jud asa ang glutamine sayop. Okay, sa Google. Okay, Google search is feeding us wrong information for the glutamine and asparagine. Okay? Kay ara sa siya dito ay 5 man tuno niya duha gyud kabuk ang mata siya 2. Okay? Get the point? Anak siya. So, sayop ang iyang glutamine. Okay? Kaya usara man dyan, yung siya duha dito niya, usara man dyan po na ang makuhaan dito, mo pasok sa banga. Okay? Sabi ba kayo, imagine sa makakal, 1, 2, 3, 4, ibutan man dito ang amide goods, carbon number 4, carbon number 5, ra. Okay? But this is not true because only 1 lang man siya yung ibutan dito. Diba? Ganon. Okay? Ito the point, mga palangga kong hitad. Diba? Kaya mo man yung represent sa imong kuan. Amin. Ganon chuba-chucho. Diba? O, sayop siya. So, muna sinita po. Balik na sa itong aspartame. Ganahan ko sa aspartame. Charot. Okay. So, you know, this aspartame, when you intake that in your body, it will also convert to methanol, an alcohol. Imagine, you drink the diet Pepsi and ban it will produce an alcohol later on. It looks like magic, right? But the thing is, it's not the ethyl, it's the methanol. At least the strength is not so high compared to ethyl alcohol. But the thing is, why it converted to alcohol? So, of course, you cannot fight for that. It's a natural reaction. Okay? So, it converts to methanol, but at a less production only inside our body. So it's not an issue because it's less. Okay? And then later on, due to the heating process inside our body, right, due to the function of the fats, the lipids that gives heating in our metabolic processes, then it will be converted also to formaldehyde. Then the formaldehyde can cause cancer. So basically, if we try to interpret this in a surface or shallow or superficial or narrow understanding, we will say, hala, maka-cancer din ang diet Pepsi. Because from aspartame to methanol to formaldehyde, the formaldehyde is a suspected carcinogenic substance. So that is not true because the methanol we produce is very less. And then, the heating process also is not enough to produce formaldehyde. You get the point? It needs a lot of heating temperature to produce the formaldehyde. Now, discuss this. This is the answer of some disinformation in the internet. That's why I told you. A lot of disinformation in the internet that when you drink Diet Pepsi or Diet Cola, the one who will drink will cause cancer. That is not true. Because they base only in this theory, which is general. They forgot to assess the quantitative amount of the production that it will yield cancer if it's too much beyond the ADI, average daily intake. But it's impossible because the heating process also is not very hot inside our system. Okay? The core body temperature is 38 degrees Celsius for the individual person, or 37 or 38. But it requires more than that to produce formaldehyde. So how can it will produce formaldehyde? Aside from the fact that that is also less production of methanol. Though the theory states it will really convert, but with a certain operating conditions. You get the point? Ganon. Okay, now, it states there also that eating tomato is more dangerous than drinking Diet Pepsi. The juice of the tomato. Because the juice of the tomato will yield more methanol compared to drinking Diet Pepsi. You know tomato juice. Okay? So that tomato juice will, when you try to insert that in your body, I'm not talking for the other benefits, the other helpful benefits, because we know that tomato produce red pigment. Red pigment can prevent virus, something like the antiviral agent, lycopene. We know that very, very well. But the other side also, this is the issue of the juice of tomato. It will produce a lot of methanol conversion. Imagine, tomato juice to methanol. How come? So there's also magic, right? But that is real, the natural process. After that, it will also yield formaldehyde. But still again, low production, the same as methanol. But if you try to compare, okay, tomato juice is higher than drinking Diet Pepsi. But then again, the two cannot produce carcinogen formaldehyde because of the heating issue. The temperature is not so high. Because you heat above 38 to produce the formaldehyde product. Though in theory, it is possible because it's a theory already. From aspartame, methanol to formaldehyde, from tomato juice to methanol to formaldehyde, the same story. But the only problem is the operating condition cannot be reached. Because that is not outside environment. So kung sa gawas na sanay sun, produce siya formaldehyde because sun is very high temperature. So, okay, but that is internal. It's impossible that it's beyond 40 degrees Celsius inside our body. The body core temperature is only to 37 to 38 unless you have a fever. Okay, you are sick at the time, and then it's also happening that the tomato juice will convert to formaldehyde, but that is only in rare cases. Kay kalit ra ba kay na masakit kami, kalit ang production na yung formaldehyde. Murag buang kay mingon jud nga masakit. So it's not really practical to say that. That is why disinformation. Okay? So drinking Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke can never cause cancer. Okay? Though it can cause weight gain if you drink that every day. It's stated there. To be fair and to be honest. But it's better than drinking the original Pepsi and original Coke or any soda drinks. At least. Okay, but still, you can gain also weight, but not the same as drinking the original Pepsi, Merenda, like that, all kinds of soft drinks. That more weight gain because that is sucrose, true sugar. That is fake sugar, meaning non-sugar, food sweetener, non-nutritive sugar. So it's not a real sugar. You get the point? So that is non-saccharide. Okay, but only tastes sweet. Okay, and that's very clear, for this Diet Pepsi. I'm not promoting this Diet Pepsi. I'm only researching for the factual, for the information. Okay, who am I to promote? I'm not a product endorser. Charot. O, diba? Nakakaloka. Muna siya, guys. Now, ako i-take with ang formulaan ni Kuan, methyl esters. Saan methyl esters, uy? Kaloka. Diba? So, ito na nahibaw, na mauna siya istorya. Hindi mo sa dito guys na, it will be applicable from 1 year old to 60 years old above. It is safe to drink Diet Pepsi. There's no choose of the age. Varies from all ages. It's safe to drink Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke or any diet drinks, not limited only to the Pepsi and Cola brands. As long as it is fortified with the sweetener aspartame. Okay, you can read that in the labeling in the beverage drinks when you try it when you buy that in the market. Use your eyes to investigate if it is really a sugar or not. This one like that, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't like this, to be honest with you, the original soft drinks are more delicious compared to the diet if we consider the taste. But if we consider the true relevance of the nutrient and the impact to our health, the diet is more good. Okay. Because there are things like that. The appearance is very beautiful, the color is very beautiful, the taste is very delicious, the odor is very good, but the nutrients and vitamins are less and it can contribute bad health effects to you. Okay, so you will choose a food that even though that is not beautiful to look at, the smell is not very good, but the vitamin, the nutrients you will gain, it is good for the health. Like that. Okay, but again, WHO said out of 10 people, 2 people only will do like that. Okay, so it's not possible. The general public are not doing that. Okay, based on the surveys. So, di tayo makapugos. You got the point? You get the point. We cannot force anybody to do that also. Because they like. Okay? So, we cannot control other lives. We are just only advising them the best for their health. But our advice, subject to rejection and acceptance only. You get the point? So, because they have the rights, 100% right. Right meaning the right to choose, the right to decide. But that's what I mean. Not the left and right. Diba? It's just the same. Left and right, and then we have also the right and the correct decision. So, this is synonym, synonyms, homonyms. The same terminology or the same words, but different in meaning. That's homonyms. Okay? That's not synonyms. Synonyms, antonyms, and homonyms na parating ganun eh. Okay, but in that case, right, direction. Okay. Ay, tulog yun siya po. Right direction. Right, kaning sa kuan, sa left, sa kamot, sa hand, or sa feet. And then, right, correct, okay, or wrong. But there's no left. Only the right have homonyms, not the left. Because you will never say, your decision is left, equivalent to the wrong, right? You will only say right and correct. Right, also the direction. So the one who have homonym is only the right, not the left. Okay? So things like that. Okay, you should be extra smart for that. Okay, going back to the aspartame. Okay, get the point mga balanga. So it's safe there. So there's no suspected carcinogen. But be careful, do not intake dinidili too. Okay, because it can gain weight and then it will also trigger to another diseases if you will never control also. Something like this, okay? Which normal to all food substances we take in, right? Ganun the same story. So anybody, any questions so far for this topic for the aspartame? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. You can share this to anybody else. You can click the notification bell for some newest updates of I Am a Singer Eternal Voice. You can subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed yet. Thank you so much. Bye bye. God bless everybody. See you later. Isirit radyo ko, in fairness.